Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Holistic Dad here. Just want to do a quick follow-up on my segment at the radio station this morning, 88.3 La Nueva, 88.3 La Nueva, which was in Spanish. And I feel it was an important message to kind of do a little bit of translation in English as well, and just to kind of give you a brief overview of what was discussed, because it was an important subject. And we did a follow-up basically from a previous show when we spoke about the importance of strengthening the immune system, especially after COVID. We spoke about nutrition, we spoke about exercise, we spoke about mental and emotional health, and we touched a little bit on health supplements. And we didn't get into details, and that's what today was about a little bit. Even though we only had about 10 minutes there, we spoke briefly about how this is biblical and how God talks about it. We actually gave a verse of the Bible in Ezekiel 47:12, where God actually talks about giving us the leaves of the plants as medicine. So it is biblical. There are many wonderful remedies out there made of plants and herbs that actually do work. And my family and myself, for the past 14 years, that's what we've used. We've used natural remedies. Not that we have something necessarily against the conventional medicine. There is a time and place for it, emergency situations and things like that. But for preventative care and actually a lot of to address the root of the problem in a lot of conditions and diseases, these natural remedies do work. And some of my favorites are, obviously, we start with vitamins a little bit. So we have vitamins and minerals. Today we spoke a little bit about vitamin C. Vitamin C, wonderful antioxidant. It's something that we reach out for, and a lot of people reach out for. It's very popular whenever they have a cold or a flu. Of course, you always want to get it from the food, get it from as much as possible from natural sources. But if you do have to go into supplementation, I advise you to try to find a natural supplement. Find a supplement that it's plant-based, that it's actually made from fruits, from a fruit blend, versus ascorbic acid, which most of them are on the market. So we spoke about that, and that is wonderful. We spoke about elderberry syrup. Elderberry syrup, it is a wonderful remedy, and I love this one in particular because it's something that not only I used it on myself and my family, the kids especially. It works really, really well. Colds, flus, congestion, chest congestion, mucus. It's wonderful on relieving it. So it's important to try to do it on the onset of any signs. So let's say you yourself, your little one comes down with a cold or flu, you notice the sniffles, you notice a cough, a little bit of congestion, you start with the elderberry syrup. You could also take a preventative, take a couple of teaspoons a day preventative, but if you do actually have to take it for intense use, you want to do 2-3 times a day. So that is one of my favorites as well. We spoke about ginger, turmeric, and garlic. Those are very, very inexpensive. Turmeric might be a little pricier, but wonderful roots and remedies. Ginger, make a tea with it. Same with turmeric. You could juice it. You could do those juice shots. If you actually go to a store, you'll see they sell you those shots, and they're wonderful. Whenever you come down with something, you see a mix of ginger, turmeric. Sometimes they'll add garlic. Sometimes they'll add cayenne pepper. But those are wonderful to preventative, but also if you want to address something, they're anti-inflammatory, and that's the beauty of all these natural remedies. Inflammation is the leading cause of many diseases, and all these remedies, they do address inflammation. So garlic, some people, we spoke a little bit about, not everybody likes to eat it raw, so obviously that's the best form to take it. Take 2-3 bulbs, mash them, and then let the allicin, it's a chemical compound that garlic contains, and that's what gives it the antibiotic properties. So you want to release that for about 2 to 3 minutes. You can leave it up to about 5 minutes, and then take it with a spoon and eat it. For those of you that do not like it, and maybe you go on a date that evening, maybe mix it with some honey, mix it with something else, so you avoid the strong taste. So garlic, ginger, turmeric, wonderful. We did not get a chance to talk much about the other essential oils. They're actually my favorite. We're going to talk about it next week. But we did talk about manuka honey. Manuka honey, it's also a very potent remedy. Those of you that know the properties of honey in general, raw honey, it is wonderful for your health. People use it anywhere from sore throats to digestive issues to wounds and skin skincare. But what makes Manuka honey special, so those of you that are not familiar with it, Manuka honey comes from New Zealand, a little bit of Australia too, but mainly New Zealand. And then it's basically bees that pollinate the Manuka plant, Manuka tree, that can only be found there. And what makes this honey so special, it's the antibiotic properties. The methyl glyoxal, which is a chemical compound found in the Manuka honey, which gives the honey the antibiotic properties. And that's why it's a step above the rest. And so that is one of my favorites as well. So you can take a teaspoon a day for maintenance. I prefer it in my lemon water in the morning. I do a little bit of cayenne pepper, sometimes do apple cider vinegar. That is basically my coffee every morning. So in a nutshell, this is what we spoke about. We wanted to dig in a little bit more into minerals like magnesium, calcium, selenium, which are very important. We want to talk about essential oils, which are great and potent, and I use them myself. I use them for my family. I know they do work. So stay tuned for that. We're going to talk about it next week, and then on a live here as well. So stay healthy. Any questions, feel free to send me a direct message. I'll be happy to answer, and you have a wonderful and healthy day.